watching AYV Television.
From our broadcasting house on Wesley Street in Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown, this is Primetime News on AYB TV and radio. You're watching us on channel 33 and listening to us on frequency modulation 11.7. I am Edima Conte. Let's start with tonight's headlines. The Economic Community of West African States has rolled out its Vision 2050 plans to civil society organizations. Government officials and civil society organizations have called for stronger budget transparency, accountability, and citizen participation following the launch and high-level dialogue of the 2025. Well, this is Primetime News on AYB Television. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. First in the news. West Africa is charting a bold path for the future. The Economic Community of West African States is rolling out its Vision 2050, a long-term plan aimed at creating a more integrated, prosperous and peaceful region across its 15 member states. Well, in Freetown, civil society organizations are joining the conversation, learning how this ambitious vision could shape their communities and the West African economy. Let's have the report from Ibrahim Ramadan Jallo.
ECOWAS Vision 2050 is a strategic roadmap adopted by the Economic Community of West African States, aimed at transforming the region into an integrated, prosperous and peaceful community of 15 member states. Building on the successes and lessons learned from the previous Vision 2020, Vision 2050 focuses on fostering deeper regional integration while addressing the socio-economic and political challenges facing West Africa.
As part of our mission dedicated to advancing ECOWAS Vision 2050. Ladies and gentlemen, ECOWAS Vision 2050 is not merely a strategic document. It represents the expression of a profound aspiration of the peoples of West Africa to build by the year 2050 a fully integrated community living in a peaceful and prosperous region, endowed with strong institutions, respectful of fundamental freedoms, and committed to inclusive and sustainable development. I do hope that you underline these key terms, which will form the basis of our conversation.
Here in Sierra Leone, ECOWAS has launched the Vision 2050 popularization exercise in Freetown, engaging civil society organizations to raise awareness and encourage active participation in the region's development agenda.
What? A payment systems, common currency to be able to transact and do business. That falls under Pillar 3. Pillar 4 is the bread and butter pillar.
The initiative seeks to strengthen economic integration, promotes the free movement of people and goods, and lay the groundwork for a single regional currency among member states. Officials say the gathering is an opportunity to educate civil society on the objectives of Vision 2050 and highlight the ongoing efforts of ECOWAS to promote regional unity and sustainable development.
And also our interventions. We have thought this fit that we should engage the civil society to be able to ensure that there is a buy-in in our vision. Like when we say ECOWAS Vision 2050, we have a...
Ibrahim Ramadan Jallo reporting.
Now, key state actors has revealed that in the open budget survey for 2025 on child-focused spending shows Sierra Leone, among other African countries, scores 50% on budget transparency, dropping 5% down in 2023 open budget survey and 30 on public participation and 50 on oversight. Now, government officials, development partners and civil society organizations, parliament and citizens have called for stronger budget transparency, accountability and citizen participation following the launch and high-level dialogue of the 2025 Open Budget Survey Report. Yevo Jalo has more.
Budget credibility for all.
Open budget.
Following the launch of the 2025 Open Budget Survey Report by the Ministry of Finance, the Budget Advocacy Network, Christian Aid, the International Budget Partnership, and UNICEF has launched the survey under the theme Accountability at a Crossroads, Safeguarding Budget Transparency and Public Participation and the Oversight Worldwide. The 2025 Open Budget Survey shows that since 2023, Sierra Leone has dropped 5% down in 2025 on budget transparency. Coordinator for Budget Advocacy Network, Abubakar Kamara, asserts Sierra Leone scores 50 out of 100 on budget transparency, which shows budget transparency has declined, and 30 on public participation and oversight. Despite this, Sierra Leone transparency scores remains above the regional average and higher than other African countries.
Participation, we scored 30 upon 100, transparency 15 upon 100, and oversight 50 upon 100. For participation in transparency, we lead the sub-region, Ghana, Nigeria, and Ghana. We did not include, Liberia did not participate this year. For Sierra Leone, we scored 50 all of 100. which show that we are providing limited oversight during the budget process.
Acting UNICEF representative to Sierra Leone, asserts child-responsive budgeting must remain a national priority.
Because a public budget is far more than a technical document, it is a statement of priorities. It reflects national values and it shapes the future of the country. For children, this matters enormously. Transparency in public finance helps ensure that resources allocated to health, education, water and sanitation, social protection and child protection are used effectively and reach those who need them most. When budgets are open and accessible, governments can make better informed decisions and better.
IMF resident representative affirms framework without enforcement remains a key challenge. He calls for more robust system that boosts transparency.
Children who have spent the last 4 months learning practical and innovative skills today have the opportunity to showcase their talents during an exhibition held in Freetown. Now, the event brought together parents, guidance, tutors, and stakeholders to witness a variety of projects developed by the children since the commencement of the training program in February. The exhibition highlighted creativity, innovation, and problem-solving skills, while also demonstrating the importance of hands-on learning in preparing young people for the future. Our reporter, Binta Jallo, has more.
Innovative exhibitions served as a platform for children to showcase their skills and knowledge they acquired during a 4-month training program that began in February.
Because we don't run a weekend STEM program, what we don't do over here now, and this actually we third exhibition where we did hold. So last year we did 2, and this year our first one is inside 2026. So we then have for Lady Pekin and showcase the things that we don't learn for the past 4 months, because since February we will start this program, and to the grace of God we will wrap up, and one for wrap up is an exhibition where in the Pekin they can showcase the things that they don't learn, the projects that they don't build to their parents then. So I think that's why we are here.
Exhibition served as a platform for children to showcase their skills and knowledge they acquired during a 4-month training program that began in February. Throughout various projects on display, the children demonstrated their creativity, problem-solving abilities, and practical understanding of the lessons they have learned throughout the period. Who attended the event expressed pride in the achievements of their children.
And their thinking, and they did it themselves with less or minimal guidance from the tutors. I think this is very impressive. As parents now, I'm not talking as a judge, I feel really proud of what the children have achieved here today. And I think Sierra Leone is going to be a better place very soon.
Just to add to that, we really, as she was mentioning, we most often do underestimate the brain stimulation the kids get when they're building some of these projects, and the amount of learning they really go through in building some of these projects. And these are things that they take along their lives. They will never forget the experience they are getting at your lab, Karim, and your team. They will always keep that, and they will build on it. They will
on a clear note, we are not seeing exactly what they do. They may just come back and give feedback. Oh, we did painting, I did this today. But seeing in practical terms what they've been doing over the past month, it shows that the team, they are doing a great job with them. Because these kids, just us handling 2 kids, 3 kids is a lot.
The exhibition not only celebrated the children's achievements, but also highlighted the importance of practical learning and innovations in shaping future leaders. Stakeholders expressed hope that similar initiatives will continue to empower more young people with the skills needed to drive national development. Binta Jallo, AYV News, Freetown.
Sierra Leone's digital finance sector has received a boost with the launch of AfriCell's new AfriMoney prepaid Visa card. The card was officially presented to the Minister of Communication, Technology and Innovation, Salim Abba, in Freetown. The initiative is expected to expand access to digital payment and supports the country's growing cash-rich economy. Abubakar Sidiki Jallo has more.
Today, on behalf of the team, we want to proudly present one of the cards to you so that you can give it a try.
AfriCell says the new AfriMoney prepaid Visa card will allow customers to connect their mobile money wallets directly to the global Visa payments network. The service enables users to make payments at shops, online platforms, and international merchants without the need for a traditional bank account. This move comes as Sierra Leone continues efforts to expand financial inclusion through digital services. According to the World Bank's Global Findex database, mobile money remains one of the fastest growing financial services across Africa, helping millions access formal financial systems. During the official presentation, the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation welcomed the initiative and expressed their vision as a government.
If we want Sierra Leone to participate in a global economy, to be able to have internationally accepted cards, so this partnership also signifies there's so many doors that it would unlock in the creative economy, the e-commerce economy. Those business people find Sierra Leone, and maybe I don't have to buy a ticket to go all the way to China. I can go online and order everything and pay for it, and it arrives here, right? So this is really towards really unlocking the digital economy in that sector. For me, success is how do we get the Okada drivers to be able to access accepting payments, and that's the normal practice. So now to the point when you want to give them cash, everyone's like, why are you giving them cash? I want to see how the market women, the people in the market women.
AfriCell officials say the card forms part of a broader strategy to promote digital payments and reduce reliance on cash transactions. They believe the platform will provide customers with greater flexibility and wider access to financial services beyond domestic money transfers.
So as AfriMoney, we have worked on what could potentially remove that barrier to formal banking or access to online transactions, and give us a feedback, but also, become a voice that is really pushing the sector you are in, to show that a lot of people get to innovate more ideas, a lot of people get to be more solutions.
The Bank of Sierra Leone has repeatedly encouraged the growth of digital payments as part of efforts to strengthen financial inclusion and modernize the country's financial sector. For many Sierra Leoneans, the success of the initiative will depend on how effectively it makes everyday transactions faster, safer, and more convenient. Abubakar Siddiqui Jallo, AAYV News, Freetown.
According to the latest debt report released in June 2026 by the Public Debt Management Division of the Ministry of Finance, Sierra Leone's public debt stock stood at 62.7 billion loans, equivalent to approximately 2.61 billion United States dollars at the close of 2025. Amid growing concerns about debt sustainability and its implications for national development, AHF Sierra Leone, in partnership with civil society organizations, has launched the Freedom from Debt campaign in Sierra Leone. Unveiled at the Family Kingdom Hall in Freetown, the initiative forms part of a wider national and global movement advocating for debt justice, fiscal accountability, and sustainable public financing. Our reporter Isa Bangoa reports.
Stakeholders from civil society organizations, the media, and AHF Sierra Leone gathered at Family Kingdom Hall in Freetown for the official launch of the Freedom from Debt campaign. The initiative aims to increase public awareness of the growing debt burden facing developing countries while advocating for greater transparency, accountability, and fairness in public borrowing and debt management practices. Speaking at the event, representatives of the AHF Sierra Leone expressed concern that rising debt obligations could reduce government spending on critical sectors such as healthcare, education, and social protection.
Go around the world, the conversations, the situations around public debt of countries, especially African countries, has increased. And there is a pressure where countries are now prioritizing paying back these public debts, servicing these debts, paying the interest rate, as opposed to the development of countries that is ongoing.
Organizers explain that the campaign is part of a broader international movement calling for debt justice and reforms to the global financial system, enabling developing nations to direct more resources towards improving the lives of their citizens.
Sierra Leone's debt mirrors this global crisis. Sierra Leone public debt has seen significant changes over the years. As of 2025, the total public debt stock stands at 62.7 billion loans, approximately 2.6 billion US dollars, with external debt dominating 42.9 billion loans, approximately 1.79 billion, and domestic debt at 20.8 billion loans, approximately 867 million US dollars. The debt to GDP ratio remains elevated at 39.8%. This growing burden threatens fiscal sustainability, service delivery, and long-term development outcome. These are our key concerns. Rising public debt, debt servicing burden, Sierra Leone debt trajectory raises concern about repayment capacity and fiscal resilience. Shrinking fiscal space, raising debt servicing crowd out investment in health and also education. These are our demand. Greater transparency and accountability in public debt management. Government must publish accessible information on borrowing decision, loan terms, and also debt financed projects.
The Freedom from Debt campaign is expected to feature public awareness drives, policy dialogue, and advocacy initiatives aimed at promoting responsible borrowing and strengthening fiscal accountability. As debt servicing continues to consume a significant share of domestic revenue, stakeholders say the challenge for government will be ensuring that future borrowing is directed towards productive investments capable of stimulating economic growth and easy long-term repayment pressures. Issa Bangura, AWV News, Freetown.
This is Primetime News on AYV TV and Virgio. Stay tuned for more stories after the break.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Welcome back. I am Edima Conte and this is AOIV's Primetime News. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Let's take more stories. The Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces has opened its Army Command Group Conference at the Mayong Officers Mess in Wilberforce Barracks. The two-day meeting held under the theme Guiding the Lion Mountain, enhancing Sierra Leone's border security in the face of regional extremism. It brings together senior military officers, security experts, and key stakeholders to assess emerging threats and strengthen strategies for protecting the country's borders. Now, the conference comes amid growing regional security concerns across West Africa, where extremist violence continues to challenge stability in neighboring states. This report was compiled by AOIV's intern Binta Jallo and read in the studios by one of our reporters. Peace is not a monument carved in stone. It is a garden that must be tended season after season. That message echoed through the Army Command Group Conference as military leaders gathered to assess Sierra Leone's security posture amid growing instability across parts of West Africa. The conference comes at a time when violent extremism continues to spread southwards from the Sahel. According to the United Nations, the region remains one of the world's fastest growing theaters of extremist violence, raising concerns for neighboring coastal states. The Deputy Minister of Defense described the conference as a critical platform for confronting emerging threats.
This Command Conference, which is aimed at devising ways to combat emerging threats, cannot come at no better time than this one, a critical junction in the security revolution of the Lion Mountain. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as recognized by the theme of this Command Conference, regional extremism remains an independent emerging security threat or the motherboard around which remote factors such as unconstitutional change of governance, porous borders, unhealthy political rivalry, youth unemployment, among many others, revolve in order to aid the potential spillover of extremism and our grand strategy of establishing a regional caliphate.
For Sierra Leone, border security is more than a military concern. It is the nation's first line of defense against threats that recognize neither maps nor boundaries. Officials say the conference will generate practical recommendations to strengthen surveillance, improve preparedness, and enhance coordination among security institutions.
The purpose of this conference, therefore, is very clear, and it's to enhance Sierra Leone's border security in the face of regional extremism. We aim to achieve the following objectives: analyze current threats, that is to provide a comprehensive understanding of the terrorist activities in the Sahel region and their implications for Sierra Leone. We shall also consider strengthening collaboration, which is to foster cooperation among various branches of security and to ensure a united front against extremism. We shall also consider developing actionable strategies to formulate effective strategies and operational plans that address the vulnerability in our border security framework.
In a region where the winds of uncertainty continue to blow, Sierra Leone is seeking to keep its foundations firm because peace does not endure by chance, it endures through vigilance. And while borders may mark the edges of a nation, it is preparedness that protects its future. Edima Conte, AYV News, Freetown. Freetown is no stranger to flooding, especially during the wet season. Riverine settlements such as Krube have always withstood the worst of such disasters. As the rainy season accelerates to intensity, worry looms among residents of a settlement that could be best described as one of Freetown's most populous. Nevertheless, amid the worry, mild preparations are being made to address recurrent flooding in the area. AYV's in-town reporter Isata Suma reports from Krube.
Last week's downpour brought so much more than plastic waste to Krube. This broken bridge, a major link in the community, is one of the skirmishes that the downpour leaves behind. But for a community that is no longer stranger to flooding, everyone is overly conscious.
But living in Sisi, we expect the diarrhea. Yeah, so much get flooding, but not all can get flooding. Now you actually tell you so, and you know easy the water so cheap because some part of the water all the courts picking them for good school for easy because we left picking or easy for good school. The water can full up, so get push up picking the pass. So some picking up in good school, but inside 2 years I will tell you thank you for the water.
Krube is faced with double trouble. They are recipients of both foreign and internally generated garbage. Conditions here are grossly unsanitary, but the choices are limited. As filthy as the water looks, residents here rely on it for many things. One of them is to wash away the flood-brought debris in homes.
We like water to go inside place and in our first. They not say when they can not able to come up for go sell the water. So that the eating inside for land in our other problem don't like all the water can don't cancel for wash the potato inside those. Pass go get our water side back, count our wash to host them because we not get pump. Inside the pump the pass could road pump and they will go there. So now in
this densely populated community, memories of the past flooding disaster are forever fresh, which is both traumatic and motivating in equal measure. They may have come from various backgrounds, but the common good of early preparation before the rains intensify is more unifying than the politics of green and red.
Well, we not been nothing place it. The only thing I don't see small now that dumper we can't clean the guts I don't. Because nothing up every unit, but nothing not in place good it. The flooding. The flooding be more problem by the community. Because it's the water not the circulate side for circulate. Because the guts are all low. You understand it? When the flooding don't take place, when the water don't take over this community, keep fearful for look. Picking yourself never go to school in my school time. Because everybody they prepare for standby for your own picking and controlling. Because if you not controlling a big problem, water they come also, like how she does so. They come out different angles then. The flooding, you get the flooding. When the flooding be more problem by the community because the water not the circulate side for circulates because the gutters are all low. You understand it? When the flooding don't take place, when the water don't take over this community, keep fearful for look. Picking yourself never go to school in our school time because everybody they prepare for standby for your own picking and controlling because if you're not controlling a big problem, water they come also. Like how she does so. They come out different angles then.
Some residents say they have elevated household belongings and repairing leaking roofs. However, many believe community efforts alone may not be enough. They are calling on government authorities, disaster management agencies, and humanitarian organizations to provide additional support, including providing drainage infrastructure, waste collection services, and emergency response assistance. Aizat Asuma, AYV News, Freetown.
But that's all for Primetime News tonight. For more stories, visit our website at www.ayvnews.com. If you have any comment on the news, please do send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. I am Edima Conte. Many thanks for watching and listening.
You're watching AYV Television.
How to buy data with AfriMoney on my AfriCell app. Click on the AfriMoney icon and enter your PIN to sign in. Click on the Buy Data Bundles icon. Click on Data Bundles. Click on the data bundle option you wish to buy. Select Proceed. Select the self and main options as shown on your screen. Select Proceed. Enter your PIN and select Proceed again. You will receive a confirmation message of your data purchase.
Download the My AfriCell app today and enjoy the ease.
AfriMoney. No sonko.
As mama, I always want waiting best for me picking them, especially when it comes out waiting them for eat and drink. Now this make I always they choose Sarah juice because they make come from with local food them and nutritious and it gets less sugar than the other drinks them. Not to me say so.
We lab test show say Sierra juice gets 50% less sugar than the other drinks them na the market.
Because we mama they know waiting best for we picking them, now you make we always they choose Sierra juice. Sierra juice and nutritious, a healthy and a sweet. Sierra juice, not the taste of Salone.
Across Sierra Leone, more people are asking the same question. Why buy fuel anywhere else when Cornex gives you more?